我叫 Robin， 07年我到澳洲墨尔本读书，接触到了咖啡。我从最初的刷杯子、打奶拉花、学做浓缩到烘焙咖啡，一步一步地学会了完整的咖啡制作工艺。13年的时候，在上海松江开了一家叫做奥蒂贝的咖啡工作室，从此开始了我自己的咖啡之路。这些年，我看到了咖啡行业在中国的蓬勃发展，让我在激动之余又心生了许多困惑。其实我一直想回墨尔本看看世界咖啡之都的咖啡变成什么样子，也去拜访一下多年未见的朋友们，听听他们对咖啡的理解。我们走吧。Today we are here in north part of Melbourne. After living Melbourne for 4 years, I have arranged meetings with some old friends and some new ones. First, we will go somewhere that is very important to me. 这条路还是看过去还是一样，4年了，没什么变化。在这附近呢，工作了3年时间，今年就回来看一看。那双鞋子在这上面好几年了，到现在还在那里。
Hey Robert, how you going? Hey, you come back to work with me. Here's your apron.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Hey, buddy.
You want me to come back to work?
Yeah, come back to work. Yeah.
With you?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
I'm the guest.
Why not? What's that?
I'm the guest.
Yeah, of course you're going to guest. I'm going to make you work.
Mate.
Yeah. No one works for nothing. Good on you, Cole.
我现在要穿上围裙，回到3年前的工作状态。嘿，丢粉喽！Thanks, Kate. Oh. No, I was the one here around.
Hey, what did you do to the baby? Baby's crying. What did you do?
It's a cat. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 years, eh? Back to China.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. 这家店一天要做1000多杯咖啡，疯狂吧
Latte, trim, like me, trim.
After saying goodbyes with my old friends at Dibella, I've met up with my coffee episterian, Mike, who is going to drive me to next location, White Open Road. We will be visiting Luke, my coffee roasting episterian. He worked there as a head roaster in White Open Road. During the trip, we discussed the change on his view of coffee over these few years.
I want a coffee where if I go into a place or if I'm roasting a coffee or if I'm making it at home, I want something different and something interesting.
Yeah, sure.
So it's hard to explain, but if it's not different, if it's not interesting, if it doesn't have a lot of different levels,
So it's not going to impress you?
no, doesn't work for me. I personally don't want just a coffee that tastes like chocolate and caramel, so that I can have a business that's commercially viable. I can provide speed of service and quality of service with that friendly smile and all that kind of thing. But if it slows down, or if I want to experiment in a completely different way of making coffee, and putting coffee through a filter grinder, or using different baskets, or experimenting with different screens, or experimenting with different kind of machines, or experimenting with different kind of burrs inside a grinder that hasn't been done before, I can do that. And I can use the exploration and the discovery to then fuel the chase for better quality of coffee, as well as better speed of service.
How's Chiang Mai? Cool.
这是我的烘焙老师 Lucky. Say hi. And this is my coffee espresso teacher.
Hi.
Very intimidating.
Yeah, I know.
这是他们的烘焙室。
Yeah, 12 kilo Probat roaster that we got going on. We do small batches every single time. We do 10 kilos at a time on the 12 kilo roaster, and we do around about 10 a day, depending on what we need and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we like to keep it as small as possible,
Of course.
just so we can, you know, maintain the quality and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's a really good machine. We're really happy with it.
Okay, so everything is computerized.
Everything's computerized, yeah. Logged on the computer rather than,
Of course, yeah.
a pen and paper.
Yep.
But as far as everything else, it's quite a manual process still. Like we're still, you know, logging temperatures and stuff like that and changing the temperature.
Can I?
Please, yeah, man. Here's the next one. All of our storage. Yeah, just yeah, so all that stuff.
So what happened to the red one? Nestle.
That one is really old and broken.
Okay, and just press.
Just spare parts, man.
Okay. Yeah.
And that one, yeah, we just use that for experimenting and testing, stuff like that.
Do you cup everything, like
We cup
cupping even for your espresso roast?
everything we roast, yeah.
Espresso roast, yeah.
Every batch or?
Every
roast.
everything we ever roast in there, I cup. I think the art in cupping espresso is being able to taste what will shine through, or being able to know what you tasted in a cupping bowl, and then if
How
it
it
does
tastes.
shine through, I think there's an important factor in that.
Yeah.
No, most of our espresso is quite light compared to what other people are using. As you say, nowadays, particularly in Melbourne, there's a big variance of what you can use through an espresso machine. It just means you've got to change the extraction.
No, that was the thing we were just talking about before with better as black. The whole, your point of view is what I think.
Yeah.
Because the thing which I don't like is that, okay, you know, this is our black coffee. Why? Because that's like a traditional Italian espresso black coffee, and that's why it's black coffee. Whereas, you know, so designating that black coffee should taste this way, as opposed to the coffee is a coffee, but it gets washed out as milk, so therefore it shines through better as a black. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our bathysphere uses coffees that have quite a lot of big body and stuff like that, and they have to charge through milk, and it's quite a lot of milk. That's just old coffee.
What's your definition of old?
We don't use coffee. Well, we put our coffee out after a day resting.
Yep.
But no, we age our coffee about 6 or 7 days.
Okay. And then up to
Preferably use it all up within about 12 days.
That's good. Great. Yeah.
After talking to my friends, I've gained a good understanding of current coffee culture in Melbourne. Everything has become technology-oriented. Computers replace pen and paper, just like in the science labs. After partying with my episterians, we will be visiting another friend, perhaps reached a well-known cafe.
墨尔本的天气就是这么奇怪，早上还在下大雨，现在都已经出太阳了。然后这家店叫做 Three Bad Food， 听说这边有个中国人在这边做咖啡，我们过来看他的故事，听听他对咖啡的理解。这是什么？
这个是我们所有的冷饮。那么来讲，这个是 New Fashion。New Fashion 就是一种是 cold drip， 以 cold drip 为底料，然后我们会加上大料，加上橘子皮，还有一些葡萄干，然后全部放在那个风缸里边打出来的，
像 whisky 一样。还真的是。
很特别的一种豆，
非常特别的。
cold drip 有很多种做法，看你怎么做。有的地方做会它会磨得非常粗，因为量很大。那么我同样也是很大的量，85克左右。然后，但是我磨得非常细，也是3秒钟一滴，3秒钟一滴。但是我能保证它最特别的几个味道可以出来。其实咖啡太多味道了，你没有办法确定你都能拿到，但是你能起码能保证1到2种很特别的，能代表这种咖啡的这个味道，你才可以去做。要不然的话，如果只是说这是好的咖啡，你做出来任何味道没有，很平淡，所以说没有必要去做。咖啡因为每个人喝不一样的味道，你喝是一种味道，我喝是一种味道。那么我觉得最能代表这个咖啡的特点就是这个fashion flow，所以
咖啡的味道，换句话说可以设计出来，
可以设计出来。对，
你想要做什么，你可以做出来。
因为特别是不经常去做cupping的这些杯测的人，他们就说很多东西只是感觉在嘴边，又不是很强烈，就好像你说苹果酸的那个酸的青苹果，
它是什么味道？
实在也想不出来，只是觉得酸，但是你想出一种什么香味，这东西就是这样的。那么我能做到的就是说，把其中最强烈的一个东西直接带给你，直接你马上就想象到这是什么东西。其他的东西你可以慢慢的去慢慢花时间去慢慢去品味回味，然后它会带来很多层次。
你怎么会进入咖啡这个行业？
我来澳洲11年了，前7年是在悉尼，咖啡从来一直都不喝，到3年前我搬到墨尔本，看大家都在喝咖啡，慢慢的融入一点，哎，发现咖啡不是我想象当中那么好，然后一直到今天在不同地方一直在工作，慢慢的就喜欢上了，就是以兴趣为主，完全是出于兴趣，和其他没有任何关系。在很多人眼里面，咖啡就是大家随便按几个键，拿奶加热了之后一冲下就行了。其实不是，到最后你也知道，咖啡喝出很多种味道，和酒和红酒一样，只不过是没有酒精而已。我个人以为，作为一个咖啡师，真的不是很容易，不是说谁都可以。
但你自豪吗？
非常自豪。
你觉得墨尔本的咖啡文化是什么样子？
比较特别，没有办法取代。个人来讲应该算是应该是第一名，因为每一家咖啡馆有他自己的东西，但是你要知道，很多地方很散，在欧洲一些城市，他们有自己，或者是在美国，像 Intelligent Earth 这些地方都很出名，Blue Bottle， 但是你要是说每一家咖啡都要有特色的话，就很难。 如果说有几个特别出名的，但是你周围又就是非常逊色，就是像星巴克一样那种，那这样的咖啡，
整体的文化，
这里的每一家咖啡馆都有做他们自己的东西。
刚刚看那个 Craig Simon， 他经常来这里吗？
他住楼上，
所以你们经常有些交流啊？
对，我经常和他聊一聊，他人很好，就是他从来不会去评价。不是说他不会说这杯咖啡你怎么做，他不会给你指三道四，他一样很尊重你的每一杯咖啡，他都会喝。然后就是说，如果有什么问题，他会问你，只是一种交流，没有说牵扯到说我们这咖啡怎么做，没有不参加个人意见，对，这挺好的，很好。所以说他对于咖啡来讲，他每天都要喝很多好咖啡，但是他从来不去挑，不管是谁家的豆，他都会用心去喝，这样。
换句话说，他应该很真诚、很谦虚，
是吧？对。
因为咖啡的世界太大了，
对。你永远不知道坐在你面前或者坐在你咖啡馆里面是谁，对，你永远不知道。
很难得在墨尔本能看到自己的同胞从事这个行业，而且是往死里面钻的，很荣幸，很荣幸，
一种爱好，是不是
？Sandy has told me more about the change of the coffee culture in Melbourne. One thing that doesn't change is this bunch of people who loves coffee. We went back to the city afterwards to visit a new cafe, The Filter. This place has become really big news. People say it is the future of coffee in Melbourne. We've arranged a meeting with the owner. Let's be on our way.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you, Robert.
You too.
Yeah, thanks for your persistence in following up.
Thank you for the opportunity to meet you guys. Pleasure. Really amazing me here. You are the only one I saw in Melbourne when you filter coffee. Mainly, I mean, you even hiding espresso machine in the back.
It's very hidden. Yeah.
So why is that?
We thought that
in Melbourne is such a strong milk-based coffee drinkers, everywhere, like latte, flat white. Very big challenge.
Yes, it is. I agree. It's very bold. Sometimes I wonder about my boldness. I think we did it because we felt like espresso had been given so much attention in this city, and people love it, and we love it. A lot of our coffee that we roast is for espresso, but we really wanted to give a big stage, a big opportunity for filter coffee, and we wanted to ask people to remove their visual cues, the visual cue of the espresso machine, and just actually think for a moment about coffee. Think about the choices they make rather than just having default choices.
How long have you been in the coffee business?
I think I started about 12 years ago.
Which is 2002?
Yeah. At that time we were getting coffee in black bags, and it didn't tell us when they were roasted.
Of course, yeah.
Right then. Yeah.
Black.
Yeah. Black, oily, nasty coffee. You'd open the bag out, and within half an hour it would be oxidized because the oils were so open. So I started to roast coffee at home after that.
Okay.
Just using a heat gun and a colander.
A small one?
Yeah, just like that with a.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was
a coffee geek.
Yeah, totally. I was, and I knew that there was something that was better than what we were receiving out there. And that got me excited about the process of roasting, and that got me excited about the prospect of finding our own coffee. So in sourcing our coffee. But yeah, from that I got pretty deeply involved in the craft of barista as well, and I started to dream of having a place, and that place was Auction Rooms.
So what about this shop out of your mind?
So we started planning for this in, I suppose, July last year. Yeah, and I'd always wanted to have a city store, and I quite like the idea of a high volume store, and also, I mean, that was the idea originally, and then I saw this space, and this space had a short-term lease available, and there may be a prospect of even extending the lease. Actually, I just found out last week that the Fragrance Group has bought this building Do you know the Fragrance Group? They might be a hotel group from Southeast Asia, but okay. Yeah, so we're hopeful for a long release here, but we wanted to do a pop-up, essentially. Yeah. And Broadsheet, which is a local online newspaper.
Yeah,
you know
actually I found this filter on Broadsheet. There's videos, I think five videos talking about you and the other competition.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I was chosen by Broadsheet to be the winner, I suppose, and hence had access to some mentors that they gave me. And so that I guess that let me be a bit more ambitious about this plan as well, because I felt like I had a lot of media already, and we wanted to do something different, like I said, and something that would be a showcase, something that would put filtered coffee front and center, something that would really help us do brew classes for home users and sell a lot of retail coffee. Yeah, and also I guess, I think that covers it mainly, but.
Now, what's the difference between you've been in this business in around 12 years?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the main change in the coffee industry?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. We've gone through a few changes, but I guess the one main change is back 12 years ago, beans weren't ever
just putting a roasting machine, get it out, back, label your coffee.
Yeah. It was always like they weren't even necessarily identified by country. It was always a blend, and that you didn't know what was in the blend. These days, that's the thing that's most different. All of our coffees are micro-lot coffees, the ones that we buy. They're all, identifiable by farm, not just by country, by farm, by region, by farmer's name.
Farmers,
that's the biggest change, I think. The other one, I think, is method. Over the last maybe 5 to 7 years, we went through this phase of thinking baristas were very special people. Only a certain barista could be good enough to make the coffee taste good on a certain day. They had to be able to dial in the coffee and have the expert palate and the expert technique and pour a rosetta and etc. And that's true. It's still largely true. You need to be really well trained as a barista. But it's not about magic potions now. It's more about being able to follow a recipe and having a good sense of taste as well. But so the recipe for espresso, previously it was you just made it up as you went, but nowadays it's very much you weigh your grounds in, they go into the basket, 20 grams for example, and then you also weigh the weight of espresso afterwards. So we put 20 grams in the basket of ground coffee, and we get out 50 grams of liquid coffee.
So what you mean is you put a scale under the machine, coffee machine.
Yeah.
Okay, on top of the tray.
Of the tray, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah. And we don't do that for every shot, but we do that whenever we change something. So every hour, for example.
Okay.
But every shot we do weigh the grinds, 20 grams.
Okay. So is that how you keep the consistency?
Yeah. Absolutely. Because then the only...
That's my first time to hear that.
Oh, really? Yeah. A few people do that in Melbourne. A lot of people now. I've been surprised myself how...
But in optional levels, pumping up place.
We still do it there. Yeah.
Is the barista happy?
No. They've made a system of it now, but it's hard. Absolutely,
it's very hard.
This is the thing. I wish people understood what goes into the cost of their coffee.
I think people appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because you put your energy, your love into that little bit liquid. People drink it, they feel it.
Yeah, they should. So much love, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, from every step, the sourcing of the coffee, the roasting of the coffee, and the way it's made into a beverage. There's lots of care at every step. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 1 year ago, if you said to me, baristas in Melbourne will be weighing every shot of coffee, I would say no way. And yet, it's true.
Are you guys doing that?
Yeah.
A big change.
Yeah, so that is, I think they're the two biggest changes I can see. The quality of green coffee and the information about green coffee and that barista technique is now become much more of a recipe based. Yeah. And everyone can have the same tamping motion. It's much easier to train that. Yeah. Okay. Changes for the better.
Now, what's the difference in coffee flavor? Back then, 10 years ago.
Sure.
Okay, this espresso taste, because I have noticed that it changed a lot.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Still in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And now 3.5 years later, I come back. I taste so many cafe is, I found it's much lighter roast and much higher acidity.
Yes.
What's your opinion?
Yeah, great. I agree with that. The lightness of the roast is significantly different. The other thing that's changed is that people are roasting with a lot more air. I think, so using a higher airflow through the roaster.
You can lose a lot of the aroma.
No, we think it actually it gives a lot more cleaner aroma. And it takes away the smokiness and the rubberiness. And so, whereas 3 years ago everyone was kind of baking out their roasts, making them taste flat and low acid, and you end up tasting a bit bakey, I suppose, which means I suppose that it always will taste darker and it will always be like a little bit more rubbery. So instead of that 3 years ago, I think people are definitely embracing coffees that are lighter and brighter and more vivacious. That's a really big change. And then the thing is that those coffees, the coffees that are lighter roasted, are harder to extract. They don't extract as easily. So that means we've had to embrace things like the Ike, which helps the Ike grinder over there, which helps extract really highly because its particle size is so even. That's the main reason. It means we can use a finer grind size and then extract more. So we're cooking the coffee less, but we're extracting more out of it when it's at the beverage side of things.
So can I understand that as at the moment people drink the coffee itself, feel the coffee bean inside of the bean?
Much more so. There's so much more transparency.
Not just the milky coffee and chocolate.
No.
Mocha.
No. It's definitely much more about the actual coffee.
Fresh. What's that one? Fruity. So that one's Candyman, and that's that's our house espresso.
Sweet. Espresso.
So it's got an Ethiopian and 2 Colombian. So as you can see, we've pre-measured our doses.
So you already grind it and put in a little container?
Not ground, just weighing.
Oh, no, sorry.
Will be, not my opinion.
Will be. 我们现在可以看到的就是，滴水的地方，这漏水台上面有个秤。
Yeah, absolutely. You get that now? Yeah, that's a pleasant thing for you.
That's what timing and then liquid.
Especially here because we have the ability to do it. How often would you say we measure the yield at AR?
Every black coffee is weighed.
Every black coffee gets measured.
And then if we visually see the pour flowing a little bit differently, then we'll weigh the next of no matter what it is, just to make sure. But every black coffee.
So this one's Billions or somebody?
Billions.
This is a Colombian small producer. With this, you can pour a little bit, you can let it a little bit cool down much faster.
And it tastes different. When it's hot, or it's certain degree, it's different. I like that.
Yeah, thank you. We tried really hard on that. We had to get these custom made, of course. And
you serious? This is custom made?
Yeah.
I thought this is the what do you call? Someone make already. It's massive production.
Oh, really? No, I've never seen them. This is us. We started off with leather prototypes that it looked too weird, and so we liked felt, and then felt kept slipping on the glass, so we had to put cork on the inside.
手工制作的，只有这家有。So you put your love in every detail.
Yes, and these cups, of course, were made for us by a local ceramic artist because we wanted something light, something smooth, something that felt beautiful.
Even cup you buy custom made.
Yeah.
这个也是私人定制的。 every detail. Could you show me around your shop?
Of course.
Yeah.
Come. Soon we'll have a little description saying, you know,
How to use it? What's
yeah,
that?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You can use this at home to make the best coffee in the world, kind of thing.
Okay. So this is the farmer.
Yeah. His name is Juan Jose Mejia Garcia.
That's a long name.
It's a very long name. Yeah. So he's a really passionate producer, and we bought a lot of coffee from him last year, and we have more coming this year. Yeah.
This is a small world, but the change are fast. After 4 years, I've seen the past development and the future innovations of coffee. The people here work together with the common goal of improving this wonderful drink. In the next episode, we'll be leaving the city and taking a stroll in the quiet outskirts. I've heard about some cafes there, and I'll be looking forward to see what interesting people will be meeting there.
No, I was going to ask. That's the old coffee.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about what you have done to me. The damage is much deeper than you'll ever see.
这一集也是很多人一开始是为了健康从正常的奶变成脱脂牛奶，
对，
然后再变成大豆奶。对。
那双鞋子在这上面好几年了，到现在还在那里，没什么变化。现在来。